takes on a different sort of color. His hair is long, and his clothes are ragged. And what about those new ideas?
What ideas?
How he imagines he is boiling on the inside. His steam is shrieking with a certain je ne sais quoi, hailing tie-dye, hemp, and the unharmonized music. Melody, drone, drum. Judd writing poems in his parents' basement, with inspiration in the leaves of his plants.
What inspiration?
I agree. His poems lack direction.
Without a job!
Yes, yes. But what Judd knows now is a lot. He knows that white tea is simply picked, whereas black tea is rolled, fermented, and air-dried.
What a fact!
And here's another one for you. Did you know Buddha died by eating pork cooked with mushrooms? Judd knows this. But what about his problems? Judd cannot breathe on land.
Is he a fish?
Well, his skin is hard, gold, and shiny, so you tell me, asshole. He is a fish with a girlfriend. Girl, because of a certain agreed-upon connection between genitalia and personality among fish. Friend, because of a certain undefinable connection he shares with her. This same girlfriend who protests the statue of Gaia on the toilet.
Everybody poops!
Yeah, they do. But Judd does other things as well. Judd buys a Volkswagen bus. Judd paints it shades of orange to form a bus. That is, he paints a picture of a bus on the side of a bus. And he installs a radio that plays only Bob Dylan songs sung by Kanye West. I want to fuck you hard in a sink of flowers. Free love bound.
Oh, how the rhymes are changing!
Just like Judd himself, brewing tea in the bus parked in his mother's garage, steeping his tea leaves for 27 seconds each, so that each tea leaf lives smooth and young, and each tea leaf dies beautiful.
What a romantic!
He is a romantic. And he quite imagines that his mind corset is loosening. That certain hereto constrained facilities are beginning to breathe for the first time, to air dry. On the nature of dystopia, by which, through close study, we may become aware of the shortcomings of our own postmodern society. These days are the days of the greatness of the grand empire. We all walk on cloud shoes. Our daughters become optometrists, and our sons become daughters. I stand on a golden steeple and eat breakfast cereal. The Empress's prophet tells me that we will swim in a lake. The Empress's prophet tells me that our genitals will form gills one day. 2. Fritos for a horse. Fritos for a horse. The day has come, my brothers, For us to crawl between the cushions of the couches of our oppressors. For us to devour the grains of abandoned bread. For us to lick the cold lost pennies. For the box springs to launch us towards freedom. All right, these next ones are from my chapbook, Proportion and Ornament. They are cut-ups of Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, and Ken Sanders has been sitting on some for like 3 years, so I'm sure they would be happy to get rid of those. It is a truth so well fixed in the minds of the universally acknowledged that he came down on Monday. A good word for my little Lizzie, single my dear to be sure. A single man of great fortune, 4,000 or 5,000 a year. So tiresome in want of a wife, so well delighted in her playful hopes for anything, for the ball. What would set her off that would not mark the hour remarkably well or the spot? Was it that she had no fear of them spreading the words delightful and charming that formed the foundation of her affection? Elizabeth's change happened, and she had almost as long been in the middle of June of the next day before she knew. Scarcely any hesitation. At her present observation, Elizabeth thought this was going pretty far with pleasure, and she was eagerly dancing with Mr. Wickham tonight in her sister's room, endeavoring to compose herself. And in the morning, she saw a confirmation of what had passed between them in the significant look of a young man to be satisfied. You are perhaps so good-humored as me, but far from agreeing with my estimation of ladies. Please do not send on the very day of my arrival at Pemberley for word at Longhorn of my going wherever I choose. If I am soon engaged, it will make such an agreement as may be beneficial. When I write, laughing, and sign Lydia Wickham, what a good joke it will be. All right, this one is definitely the newest one. Wrote this yesterday. I live next to a single mother and her kid, and they get in a lot of fights, and the police come a lot, and yeah, it's a rough situation. This is called Old Mother Snapped Again. Blizzard at the doorstep, glass pipe in hand, back against the frigid wall, beginning all in whispers. Glass pipe in her hand, he brought his boyfriend home again, not bothering with whispers. The boy bellows and bellows. He brought his boyfriend home again, Old mother snaps again. Tell boy he bellows and bellows again. Tell, it's the police, open the door! Old mother, she snapped again, glass pipe in her hand again. It's the police, open the door! Backs against the frigid wall. And this last one is called Residue. And if you've ever been to Trash House, which if you go to the after party, it's where you will be. There's a table, a coffee table, that always has such a plethora of things. This is my attempt to describe everything on that table. Residue. The room with the fireplace has become the sitting room, where two forest green couches surround an old oak chest that has become a coffee table, on which resides gas station coffee cups, Rainier cans with seasonal snowflakes, stout supermarket candle tops in which resides ashes, roaches, butts of cigarettes, Subaru keys, a pencil sketch bust whose slim, angular collar rises almost to his chin, a harsh but compassionate monk of an intergalactic order, a pair of leather mittens blackened by use, a Sharpie, a tin of lip balm, a half-pint half and half carton on which resides a pastoral scene of blues and greens, a farmhouse, a field, pine-covered slopes, cloudless skies, a Forever 21 tag priced at $3, an exhausted candle the size of a shot glass, a thick stainless steel grinder, a dust-covered device stock, a spiral notebook on which resides a date, a retail listing, contact info, an address, a half-gallon juice bottle in which resides water, comic book scraps, a mineral deposit the size of a baby's fist, comprised of a slick gray cloud substance, a porous, opaque substance, punctured bottle caps, a composite notebook which is folded to reveal the threads of its spine, a thick grip pen of the kind on which often resides promotional messaging, cheap ink, loose spliff leaves, a gutted camel flattened like a discarded straw wrapper, on which resides a blue camel icon radiating blue lines, the word crush, torn cigarette paper, double Dutch tips, a weighty turquoise ceramic mug, on which resides a lobster emblem, an old preservatives jar encircled by sticker residue, in which resides a little wine, a water cup, upturned lids of gas station coffee cups, a plastic and glass French press with a handle like the antenna of a gray alien, ornate copper joints uniting the table about 2/5 of the way down, which connects a large slab of wood with a small one, which opens like a long jewelry box, a romance novel on which resides a cowboy, a plaid flannel parted before a belt buckle, bulging abs, cum gutters, blue jeans, cowboy hat saddles, a face turned just to the right, a chin and neck just prickly enough to tickle, pure Texas joy. You're gonna love it, darling.